Have you ever been out in a meeting, in an event, and then all of a sudden you begin to feel this itch, okay, and you just have the urge to put your hand down there, around your vulva area, your vaginal area, to scratch whatever it is so that you get relief. And when it seems like that is not working, you suddenly want to stand up, go into the restroom, to spray some cold water there, and then you probably feel a little relief. And then after that relief, you go back into your meeting or into the event that you were in, but suddenly you realize that this itch, it keeps coming back, the symptoms keep coming back again and again, and you've been wondering, why does this thing keep coming? You guys, that is why I have decided to make this video, okay, for us to have a heart-to-heart talk, a sister-to-sister talk. You get what I mean? Yes. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to take care of that area down there, so that you do not embarrass yourself or embarrass your family or embarrass your generation, by scratching when you're in public. Let me tell you, even if it is not public, even if it is public in the midst of your friends, female friends or male friends, so long as you are, in fact, so long as you're a human being, you're a lady, okay, you're not supposed to be having that itch down there. It means something is wrong. So I'm going to be explaining to you in this video what went wrong, why you keep feeling that itch, and the things that you can do in order to fight that itch to prevent it from coming back anytime soon. So I know that is why you clicked into this video to watch it, so please keep watching this video till the end. Hey guys, welcome back to my space on YouTube. It is your girl Ezinne, but of course you can call me Ezinne, right? So I'm so excited today, okay, you guys. It is another episode of our girl talk, and today, as you must have already seen from the title of this video and from the thumbnail, we're here to have a little heart-to-heart sisterly discussion. So come in, take a seat. If this is your first time, you're welcome. If this is not your first time, I mean, you know how we do it right here. Just grab a seat and we're going to get straight into it, okay, you guys? So first of all, before we go into this, okay, you guys, there are some of us that do not even know what the vulva is. We do not know the difference between the vulva and the vagina. I'm going to be leaving a picture of that here, hoping that I do not get a copyright strike or anything like that. But I mean, I've seen, similar videos that have been made, okay, and I have pictures of this, so I hope nothing happens or nothing goes wrong, okay? Now, that is the labia area, okay? That's part of your body down there that looks like the lips, okay, that houses your vagina, which is that small hole where your baby is supposed to push out from, okay? Yes. Now, I've heard so many stories about how people do a lot of douching, a lot of washing, because they want to cleanse that place. First of all, you see your vagina itself is self-cleansing. You do not need to cleanse it. It cleanses itself because you do not even know the right pH balance for that area in your body, but the body understands itself, so it knows how to put the right organisms, the right bacteria in place in order to keep its pH balance on a level ground, okay? So where you need to pay attention to, that you need to take care of, that you need to apply soap and water if possible, is your vulva area. The vulva area is what makes you prone to infections, okay? Is what makes your vagina prone to infections. And if you do not take care of your vulva area very well, you are also prone to having vulva cancer. Yes, my darling, you heard me right. There is such a thing called vulva cancer, and we do not want any of that. I mean, you already have a lot to deal with, like period and all whatnot, so why come and add vulva cancer to it, my darling? I do not want you to go through that, okay? So you need to take care of your vulva area. Now, what you need to understand first of all is that both the vulva area and your vagina has organisms and bacteria that are already existing there, like naturally. That is where they are meant to be, okay? But when you begin to notice irritation, swelling, or that place becomes quite red, it could be as a result of irritations, because these organisms or bacteria either have been attacked by other external organisms or bacteria, maybe from having sexual intercourse with someone who is infected with one infection or the other, or the ones you've introduced, through dirty hands or dirty things, or using the wrong things, perfume, deodorant in that area. It makes them angry, so they are not happy that you've introduced somebody or something else into their area where they are already coexisting peacefully. So they become uncontrollable and begin to do way more than they are supposed to do, act more than they are supposed to act, and that is what leads to the irritation, the swellings, the scratching, the itch that you feel down there. All right, but by all means, one thing I'm going to say before I go straight into the tips on how to take care of that area is that no matter how difficult it gets, please do not scratch. I know that the tendency to scratch is there, but even if you have to scratch, just rub it, okay? Rub it, apply cold water or ice on it if you can, and seek medical help immediately. Okay, now with that said, you guys, we're going to go straight into the different ways that you can take care of your vulva area in order to live a healthy, hygienic life as a young woman. Now I'm going to be looking into my book. Of course, I always have it written down and outlined here. Sorry. Now the first thing that some ladies do that baffles me is, why in heaven's name are you using the same detergents that you use to take care of your laundry, to wash your clothes, even your shoes or your bags, to wash your vulva area? My darling, have you not noticed that there are times when you finish washing your underwears and then you apply them and you begin to feel this irritation or this itchiness? And sometimes when you take out that particular underwear, that particular panties, and you keep it back and bring out another one that is also clean, you discover that the itch disappears. Or when you go and wash off, you discover that the itch disappears. That is because you are using the wrong detergent. Please, my darling, by all means, do not use the same detergent or soap that you use to wash your clothes for your vaginal area. Now, one thing I always do is that I always have a separate soap that is not heavily perfumed, like all these Lux kind of soap. I don't know if you get what I mean. I'm going to get all these non-perfume or non-scented, soaps that I can use for my underwears. Now, even when I soak, maybe white and all of that to, control or kill bacteria, when I soak them in water in bleach, I always make sure to still wash out with a good soap, okay, a good bar soap, and I wash it out, and then I do a good double rinsing with warm water or with cold water. But by all means, please, I beg you in the name of God, do not use laundry detergent to wash your underwears. Thank you. Now, still on the topic of underwears, you guys, please, by all means, ladies, this is one thing that has been the rule of, hygiene for young women, for ladies, and which is that we must always use cotton underwears. Okay, now I'm of the opinion that you can decide to use any color. There are people who will tell you that ladies are supposed to use only white underwears, white panties, and all of that. But please, I'm of the opinion that if you love black, use black. If you love pink, use pink. If you love green, use green. If you love orange, purple, indigo, magenta, any color of underwear you want to use. But by all means, let majority of your panties, especially panties you wear for a long period of time, that you wear through the day, from morning till evening, please make sure that they are 100% cotton. Okay, this helps the panties to absorb any moisture that might come out of your vaginal area throughout the day. When you use things like linen, or what's the name of the other one, vinyl or something, what happens is that, how you bring out your panties and you see a stain or liquid or that wetness in it, when it comes out, the cotton pant soaks it and absorbs it for you. But when you use other fabrics of panties, what it does is that it keeps the moisture on the surface, and then it goes back into your body, which is eventually harmful. I mean, if your body is giving it out, it means it does not need it. It has done its job. It's not supposed to go back there. So why would you want to take it back there? Please go and shop for 100% cotton pants. Another rule of thumb that follows through with that is that we should always try to wash our new underwear. See, I'm literally guilty of this one. Okay, there are times when I wear a new underwear, especially when there's this fancy one that you liked, that caught your eye, or that you bought on impulse, and you so much love this particular underwear, be it your bra or your panties, and then immediately you get home or you have an event to attend that evening. That is, in fact, the following morning that you're going to work, is that one. There's that new one that you're going to buy. Is that new one that you're going to buy? So I've always been guilty of that as well. But it is always advisable that you wash your underwears whenever you buy them new from the supermarket or from the mall, wherever it is that you get your undies from. Reason being that these things have passed, through hands. I mean, even when the person was bringing it out, or you yourself was touching it there and saying, oh, I want this one, people's hands have picked dirt and they've touched it. You don't know where the nylon they used to package it for you was gotten from. All of that contributes, to bacteria and all that you carry and wear into your body immediately. So by all means, make sure to try to wash your underwears in clean warm water when you buy them for the first time, to wash off all those bacteria, and then you're sure that you're not getting infection from anywhere, okay, that is not precedented or that is unprecedented. Oibo. Okay, the fourth thing I have on my list here is more of an emphasis on what I just talked about, about wearing the cotton panties. It means, if I'm telling you to wear 100% cotton panties, it means that you should try by all means to avoid silk or linen or any other kind of fabric in your underwears, especially your panties. Okay, you can wear any other fabric style or pattern or design of any fabric material that you like, for things like your tights or your undergarments. But please, by all means, for your panties, avoid all those fabrics. And I've explained to you the reason why you should avoid this particular kind of fabrics. And if you still do not understand, or you probably skipped that part, my darling, you now have to skip back and go back and hear what I said in that first place, and then come back to this point. Okay, you need to stay away from panties that are not cotton, for your own good, for the health of your vulva, for the health of your vagina. Another thing that you want to do is to avoid wearing thongs. Now, say, I know that it is the in thing, fashion thing for women, especially when you want to appear all seductive in the other room, especially if you're a married woman, okay, or you're in one serious committed relationship. You want to impress your man, so you wear thongs to look good, or because of you want to rock your trousers, you want your bum to bounce. Please, my darling, for the sake of your vulva, not even because of fashion, okay, not because you're trying to please anybody, or to please me, or to please any other person, or your gynecologist, but because of your own health. When you wear thongs, it locks, it seals up. What is the right language to use right now? It seals up that place where moisture is supposed to leave your vagina area from, or your vulva area from, okay. It makes that place to retain heat and moisture. And when the goal of taking care of your vulva is to make sure that it is always dry, clean and dry. So if we're trying to keep it clean and dry, why will you now be using thongs that is going to make that place have heat? Have you ever worn underwears that are very tight, and then when you put your hand down there, you realize that it is very warm and cozy and damp? My darling, that is infection that you're playing with. That is infection, okay? So by all means, avoid thongs. Avoid thongs by all means. Now, another thing that you want to do very importantly is to avoid scratching the vulva area. Like I said earlier when I started this video, okay, my intro, if the itch becomes so overbearing that you cannot sit still, or sit like the way I'm sitting, or stand for a moment or two without having to scratch that area, to go down there and dig deep, okay, dig deep into gold and scratch that area, then it means you need to seek medical attention right away. Look for a diagnostic center, look for where you can find a gynecologist, let them explain to them what it is. If it is something that is going to require you to carry out a pap smear test, then please go and carry out a pap smear test. By all means, do not scratch. Do not go and take over the counter medications. Do not go to a pharmacy and ask them to give you drugs over the counter. No, my darling, don't do that. Go immediately and see a gynecologist and get treated, because you'll be reducing your risk of getting vulvar cancer. Remember that it is a thing. Yes, it is a thing. See, now let me tell you, if you don't know, that anytime you are washing your underwears, do not just finish washing with soap and rinse in water. You're supposed to rinse it at least 2 or 3 times, okay? Always double rinse your underwears to be sure that any residue from the soap, in as much as we're not using heavily perfumed, heavily, let's just say heavenly, in as much as we're not using heavily perfumed, soaps, okay, or even perfume soaps at all, to wash that area or to wash your panties, by all means, make sure that you rinse it out very well. Rinse it 2 or 3 times in clean water. I mean, one of the first things our mothers always teach us whenever we're learning how to wash our clothes, to do our laundry, is to always separate your underwears and wash them separately, okay? Your underwears have no business being in the same bucket or in the same bowl where your normal laundries are. You're supposed to do them separately and clean them out in clean water. So by all means, rinse out properly to remove any residue of the soap or any extra fragrance that might be hanging on loosely to the fabrics of your undergarment. So by all means, my darling, make sure that you double rinse your fabric. Another thing that is worthy of note for you to do is to use a soft tissue paper to clean yourself up. See, I've had this experience one hand. Have you ever gone to use a toilet, whether in your house or anywhere else, and you realize that this particular tissue is strong, you get weight, okay? And in the course of even using it, because it's now strong and you have to, carry it along, sometimes the thing will even scratch you or injure you, and you feel like you hurt yourself a little. My darling, that place is too sensitive, okay? That the skin in that area is very sensitive, so you want to use very soft tissue papers, okay? I cannot think of any tissue paper brand off my head right now that I can tell you of, but please, by all means, we all use tissue papers, okay? If you see tissue paper in your friend's house and you think it is very soft, it is nice, look for the name and make sure that the next time you're going to get your toiletries, that you're also getting that brand of tissue paper, by all means. All right, so please make sure that you use soft tissue papers, not napkin. You're not a baby. Even babies, when they use napkin to clean them, they're always very careful, and tender about how they apply pressure and all of that. But you just come, share, and then you're standing up. Sister, what is your problem? What is your problem? Tell me. I want to hear it. Another very important thing that I need to share with you guys in the care of your vulva is that, please, like I have also said, do not take over the counter medications whenever you begin to feel any itch, and be careful about antibiotics. This is why, even as a woman, taking over the counter drugs is very, very dangerous. See, even if you're always someone who's always having headache all the time, once in a while, when you feel the headache, don't just go and buy paracetamol or Panadol from the chemist or from the pharmacy. Actually go and get tested, make inquiries, and explain the symptoms that you've been experiencing. And I especially like to map out pharmacies that have actual pharmacists working in them, where you can sit down and have a consultation with them about what you're going through, your experiences. And most of the times you discover that the thing that you were even coming to treat, or the drugs you were coming to buy to treat that thing, is not actually what you needed, and whatever you thought was the problem was not actually the problem. Antibiotics are very strong drugs that fight fungal infections. So remember, we said that this area of our body already has their own organisms, and now you don't even know the right antibiotics to take, okay, because of whatever it is you're going through. There are times when I've been to the hospital or to the pharmacy, after talking to the pharmacist or the medical doctor in charge, and he or she tells me, okay, what antibiotics have you taken? Are you on your period? When last did you see your period? They ask all those questions because they want to know the right thing to give to you that will not alter the pH balance of your body, or even that area down there, if you're going there because of that area down there. Okay, so by all means, whenever it comes to your vulva health, your vaginal health, do not abuse antibiotics. Eventually, when you're giving antibiotics, make sure that you take them the way that they are taken. See, if you know they are going to abuse it, if you know you are going to buy the antibiotics and you're going to end up not taking it, it is better, okay, it is better that you go and tell them to give you an injection if there's an injection available for that thing, than for you to take a drug and not finish it. You guys, like, I've learned that lesson firsthand, and I ain't gonna try it no more. No, I ain't gonna try it no more. Okay, you guys, meanwhile, as we continue with this video, if you have other opinions, about how to take care of the vagina, please let me know in the comment section below. We will be ready to listen to you. I mean, we are listening, we are reading. Okay, so please leave it in the comment section below. Another thing that a lot of ladies do, which is more like a fashion trend, especially for people who are in relationships or marriages, is the use of panty giddles. I mean, I admire them. Gosh, sometimes when I see some of all these things, I love them so much. I'm like, what is going on? In fact, I already have plans of the kind of things I'm gonna wear on the night of my wedding. You get what I mean? You get what I mean? I mean, I don't even know if that wedding night is a reality, or if it's realistic. Okay, I mean, if you're a married person watching this, let me know how realistic the wedding night is. If everything always goes hot on the wedding night, or you both go to bed because you are fagged out and all whatnot. But you guys, I have plans. Okay, I have plans, and one of those plans includes getting very interesting panty giddles. Okay, in fact, I've started shopping for some of them. I have like one or two sexy lingeries that I'm going to be wearing on my wedding night. Okay, and even before my wedding, I mean, you guys don't mind me, I'm being silly, okay? Well, please, by all means, you guys, ladies, we need to avoid panty giddles. Even if you must use panty giddles, please do not keep them on for too long. The reason is because, just like when you use other fabrics, these panty giddles are made with fabrics, okay, that hold on to your body, okay, and they lock in moisture and heat. They trap moisture and heat in your vulva area, and we do not want that place to be moist. Anything that makes that place moist for more than a minute means that you stand the risk of getting infected. And make sure that if you're using it, it's just that time that Oga is ready for the action, and then you have already dressed up, all the costume and all of that with the candles and everything, and then as soon as you are done, you're about to get into the action, you take it off. My darling, please do not make it a constant behavior to always have your panty giddles on. Thank you. Now, you know that on this channel, we do not promote premarital sex. We do not promote fornication, because that is what it is. But if you must have premarital sex, if you cannot hold yourself, my darling, use condom. Remember, we said that no matter how healthy your vulva is or your vagina is, you might also stand the risk of getting infected if you introduce an organ, an instrument that is not well, sterilized, that is not clean, okay, that is not taken care of. Someone might have an infection and be sleeping with you, and you don't have an idea, and then you get infected. So by all means, avoid sexually transmitted diseases and other bacteria that can come from outside your body because you're engaging in certain kind of sexual behaviors. And this even includes the use of sex toys and all whatnot. It's like, you guys, I don't want to go into that, okay, because but please, by all means, use condom if you know that you can. If the country has so hold you that you cannot hold yourself, pico, use condom. Use what? Use condom. And then, just before I round up, I will remind you, my darlings, to always wipe your vulva area after urinating. Even not after urinating, if you notice that that area is wet, because you've had some discharge, and you just notice somehow that you feel a little wet there and you go into the restroom, always take a soft tissue paper and wipe from the front to the back. Don't wipe, always wipe like this. Don't wipe like this. Don't wipe from your anus down. I don't know if I can get a video illustration of this. If I can get it, I'm going to leave it here for you to see. But if I cannot, I mean, just make do with the hand gesticulation that I am giving you right now. Okay, you're supposed to wash clean like this. Okay, like this, water, and not like this. Thank you very much. And also, very importantly, you guys, and to bring this video to an end, ladies, always make sure to wash your vulva area with water or with soap and water at least twice a day. I mean, if you cannot do it 3 or 4 times, I mean, as much as every single time you go into the restroom, make sure to use. I even advise that even if you go to take a poo, okay, you go to excrete or you go to urinate and there is water available, use water first to clean and wash out your vulva area before you tap dry with tissue paper. I think that's the best thing for me. Let me know in the comment section if you agree, or if you are team tissue paper alone, or team water alone, or team tissue paper before water, or team water before tissue paper. Let me know in the comment section below. Okay, you guys, by all means, make sure to wash at least pata that you do not urinate throughout the day, or you do not have any need to use the restroom outside, in your office, in that event center you went to, in the restaurant. Make sure, my darling, that you clean your vulva area before going out in the morning, and make sure you clean it before going to bed at night. Okay, yes. And that brings me to the end of this video, you guys. Did you find this video interesting? Let me know in the comment section below. Are there other topics, okay, around this area? Are there other girl talk issues or topics that you want us to talk about here in this video on this channel? Let me know in the comment section below. If there are people you would like me to collaborate with, to bring you more information, more gist, let me know in the comment section below, you guys. Thank you for watching this video to the end once again. Till I come your way next time in my very next video, you guys. This is Ezinne signing out. Peace out.